Check the crates. If it moves in plastic, we talking about it.
You actually go outside in these things? What would you prefer? Yellow spandex?
Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Breaking toy news like a siren in the night. Posting figures fresh out the factory.
You think you're funny, don't you?
I know I am. The famous comedian Arnold Braunschweiger.
Decepticon scheming, hit a battle call. Maximus rise, Predacons attack. Beast Wars energy, yeah, we bring it back.
Did you see anything? No, sir. I didn't see you playing with your dolls.
Loki's on deck, yeah, they switching the game. Dr. Wu, magic, shell presence wild. From box to bricks, still a toy loving child. G.I. Joe locked in, Cobra strike back. Destro slinging Baroness, yeah, the plot stays stacked. Marvel Legends pose like heroes in frame. Superheroes saving days, yeah, they live up the name. Imports on deck, joints straight from Japan. Every figure tell a story when it's sitting in my hand. This ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. Plastic,
well, I'll tell you, nobody handles garbage better than we do.
Online, we talk it, we break it. Every single time, this ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. Plastic,
You don't remember?
For you, the day Bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday. What are you smiling about?
Dude, I almost had you.
Moving news rolling like a midnight reel. Box office numbers and what critics feel. From trailers to theories, breakdowns on screen, discussing what it means and what could have been. Men on Films, vibes, talk cinema deep.
And welcome to Men on Films, the show that looks at movies from a male point of view.
Closing part, reviews with flavor, not scared of debate. If it's fire, we praise it. If not,
Hated it.
yeah, we talk movies the proper way.
I don't remember.
Dude, that was a porno.
That's such an old movie.
Yeah, right.
Buzzing online, we talk and we break it every single time. This ain't just toys, it's the culture we see. From plastic to pictures, yeah, we give you the feel.
Left cheek, left cheek, left cheek.
We talk and we break it every single time.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the news and review of toys and collectibles. Maybe a little bit of video game stuff this week, but we are spoiled, I will have to say, as collectors. There was quite a bit of news this week. Transformers, non-Transformers, a little bit of everything. So let's get into it. See, first off, we always start off with the Transformers side of things, so let's go. And this is, I think this was RPM might be the distributor of this, but this is the Transformers, the movie, the soundtrack, the Reformatted Edition. So basically they've remixed / redone the tracks for Transformers the 86 movie and brought it with like a more like current production. Not only are we getting LP versions of this, but we're getting cassettes and records, and then multiple variants. Now there's two cover variants. There's the reformatted Galvatron, and then there's the Optimus Prime with Hot Rod. But that the Galvatron Megatron one is a Target exclusive. It's a purple LP. Let's see. Then there's a green one, a teal one, which is an Amazon exclusive, a pink one, which I think you can get there from that RPM's website, and then there is a gold one, and then I didn't even get the Hot Rod red one, which is a BBTS exclusive. So there is quite a bit of these if you want to get into these records. But pre-order went up this last week, and then I don't know. I know the Touch is on Spotify right now, but all these are supposed to go on Spotify as well. I'm not sure if the album is yet, but yeah, you can get these pre-ordered now. See, next up, and then here's the image of the cassette and the CD, and then the T-shirt. Next up, Takara dropped a manga for their Nemesis Star Convoy. So there's kind of like a little bit of a backstory, and Takara typically does this with all their releases. A lot of times, like the newer releases, kind of like the G2 Minosaur, this Nemesis Convoy. So I'm sure we'll see more from some of these reveals that we saw at that toy show, the hobby show last week. And I mean, they seem to do it every time. So we get a little bit of backstory of this Star Convoy, or Nemesis Star Convoy. Next up, Takara showed us another image of their missing link Ironhide, and you can kind of see that the part of it folds open, and then you can kind of create that, use an Ironhide as like a tank, not a tank, but like a gun turret mode. See, next up, we had JT Prime gave us another leak listing, and this is the one that we was missing, the 2027 Age of Evolution Commander listing, and it's going to be Thunderwing. What? Thunderwing, the Pretender. What an interesting thing to do as a commander. So I'm curious, are we going to get full shell? Will we? Full shell? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Next up, Stern Pinball revealed 3 different pinball cabinets. Is that the proper term? With a crossover with Transformers. And these puppies ain't cheap. The Pro Edition's $7,000. Premium Edition is $9,700, and the Limited Edition is $13,000. And there's a subtle upgrades between each of them. Like a lot of them have the basic Megatron and the Optimus that like transforms. But as you get upgrades, things change. Like there's an acrylic Soundwave and Grimlock, but the more expensive cabinets, they turn into fully fledged characters, where the most expensive one, the Soundwave, actually can eject a pinball out of his chest. Really cool. I mean, the designs on these look great. The Prime looks a little wonky, but that's because he transforms. But yeah, it was super expensive, but cool. But not me, buddy. I don't even have the room. See, next up we have Blocky reveals. These are Blocky wheels. This is their wave 3 of the Wreck and Rule stuff. All these are, IDW, based on IDW. And then we're kind of getting some Transformers Generations G1 stuff with that side swipe. So kind of cool that they're doing that, because most of the stuff has all been IDW based. So next up, does everybody want some head? Well, Audley is hooking you up. They are doing a Alpha Action Pulse. Is that what, I forget what AA stands for. But they're doing head sculpts, and it looks like the head sculpt comes with a little keychain as well. From the background, it looks like we're getting some Nemesis Prime. Oh, it is a G1 Optimus Prime. So we got Star Convoy. I don't recognize the other Nemesis. But this looks to be the first of multiple heads we're getting from Holiday. Speaking of Optimus Prime, late last year, we saw that Wave Studios was doing some blind bag Optimus Prime statues, and here we go. We're getting they're finishing up on these, and now we've getting some better images of them. So they're doing a G1 Optimus Prime, a War Within IDW Optimus Prime, IDW Optimus Prime. Wait, was War Within Optimus IDW, or was that Yeah, I don't remember. And then here's kind of a breakdown of some of the other ones. We're getting a Beast Hunters Optimus Prime, a Energon Universe Optimus Prime. And then I think there's a Chase, because see, these are all blind boxes. So there's a Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime. These are all 14 centimeters. What is that? About 5 inches, give or take. And then there's going to be an IDW Nemesis Prime, which is, I think it's the Chase. And then here's kind of all of them together. But yeah, like I said, these are blind boxes. Oh, and here's the Prime one. See, next up, we have some reveals from 3.0. This is their DLX Cybertron mode Bumblebee from the Bumblebee movie, which I'm assuming is probably just like a reuse of that Bumblebee movie Bumblebee, but with some new panels still to go that Cybertronian mode. And he comes with like a blast effect with a projectile coming out of that blast effect, his little knife sword piece, and then different hands and different face plates, and a different head with the battle mask. And that's, well, I can't say that is all we have for official, but people are getting the Liokaiser in hand. And then here's like some comparison images of the Hasbro Liokaiser with the Iron Factory. Here's some more in vehicle mode. Kind of gives you a good idea scale-wise. And there's some, I think is that the Combiner Wars bra next to that one? And then here we are in robot mode. It's crazy how the Iron Factory is like a legend scale and how cleaner it is to the Hasbro. Kind of blows me away a little bit. And then here we have combine mode. And then here's a good comparison to some of the combiners we've already received, from Devastator to Superion. Size is right up with them. And then here's some comparisons with the Iron Factory in combined mode. I think I'm still happy that I didn't purchase it. It looks nice, but I mean, it's not my aesthetic, right? I like masterpiece stuff. Moving on to third-party news, and first up, Galaxy Toys ever be repainting more and more. So now they are doing a repaint of their Megatron and Optimus Prime, but these are Marvel Comic Toon decos. They are just repainting the hell out of this Optimus Prime. Megatron, I don't think as much. Optimus Prime for sure. But I'm not sure if these are up on Show Z yet, but here they are. See, next up we have Machine Cat Toys, their Superion. So we're pretty much in the final phase of this guy, and we should be seeing this start to ship soon. But here's the team in robot and jet mode, and then kind of like how the combined bits make like a little, what is it from In Living Color? The Head Detective. That's what it reminds me of. Or a Mr. Potato Head. But here we have full color images of combined mode. Yeah. I mean, these look really good, but I mean, I don't care for this aesthetic. It doesn't fit my collection. But I mean, I think they do a good job. I would love to be able to hold one of these and just to kind of feel it out, just to see how it feels. It's just crazy how they do all 3 modes. See, next up, we move on from Machine Cat Toys to Lucky Cat Toys. And they are doing an Arcee. Now, Lucky Cat, I see a lot of like Megazords from them. I know that have they done Voltron? But they'll do like the Gestalts, and then they have like a cube mode, sort of like a Beast Box, like 52 Toys stuff. But this is their Arcee. And like I was saying the other night during book club, it looks a lot like something out of Overwatch. But it looks like she transforms. Like, you can't really tell, but I'm going to assume if she's going to make this convertible mode, there's a lot of folding up and then the shell forms around it from the looks of that backpack. The figure looks kind of cool. I don't know about the human face. It's a little weird. I wonder if they're doing that to get away with not getting hit with licensing stuff, but it just never seems like Transformers goes after these third-party companies. Makes me wonder if there's an alternate head that we haven't seen that looks more Transformers-esque. See, next up we have another repaint of this KO Stylogen Optimus Prime. This time they're doing Toon colors. You know, last week I forgot to show off. They're doing a white variant of this as well. So we're getting a Nemesis, I think Shattered Glass, Toon, and Original. And then now we're getting and then the white version. And while we're on the topic of KOs, what the hell is this thing? It almost looks like the Armada Unicron. There is not a whole lot of information on this. I don't know if it's upscaled, if it's smaller scale, but it's very similar to the Energon or Cybertron Unicron. So they're doing it in the more like Toon colors, and then they're doing a dark Energon Unicron. The feet look really weird too on this thing, and then that whole shell piece. It's I'm kind of curious the size and the cost of these. Moving on, probably one of the bigger stories of the week was Bingo Toys finally showed off their second piece of their Computron. This is Newton. Part of the Galileo combiner, and this is the G1 Transformers Afterburner. One of the cool things, it looks really good. Like, it's got enough stylization, but you can still get away with it. And I've heard a lot of good things about their Strafe, like good enough things where like, man, I kind of wish I would have got it, but I think I'm gonna wait. Still gonna wait for Fans Toys, I think. And then here's kind of a breakdown of all the different guns. Comes with a lot of accessories. Well, you know what? We're not done with Computron, folks. Magic Square revealed color images of their Strafe. And man, I can't wait till we get masterpiece versions of these. They got to do masterpiece versions of these, right? So one change is Magic Square did update the legs. These are not final colors. The thighs will be red, so that'll be more accurate to, I think, animation. There he is in alt mode, and then here he is in combined mode. And it's really cool how they took light speed and nose cone, and then Strafe, and then kind of shows you what it would look like if he was in Computron mode. And then here is the team so far. Man, they are churning these out. Like, it just seemed like people got nose cone in their hand, and now here comes Strafe. But yeah, that's all for the Transformers news. So let's move on to action figure stuff. And starting off, we saw some Transformers things from 3.0. Now we got some action figure stuff. Now, this was something that we saw at that, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, that toy show from last week that they showed off. Same thing with that Bumblebee. It was there. This is the DLX Stealth Suit Iron Man. It's DLX 112. I can't remember if it's if DLX. I think DLX is 1/6. I don't know if it'll show the size in this or not. I think do they do MDLX for action figures? I don't know if I wrote this on my social media post. Usually, sometimes I'll put the height in, but it's not ringing. It's not like it's not ringing a bell of the height. So, did I even make an Instagram post of it? I can't find it. Well, that's a shame. Maybe I didn't make a post. Maybe I took the pictures and I forgot to make a post. Whoopsie. But anyways, 17.5 centimeters. So that's definitely 1/6. I just have to look at the slides. So yes, I can't convert in my head, but I'm pretty sure that's 1/6. So I am marked safe from this guy. And speaking of things that are out of my scale, Storm Collectibles showed off images of their Final Fight Mayor Mike Hager action figure. Thank God they're not making these in 1/12. And man, this looks really good. Like Final Fight, man, it's one of those first like beat 'em up games. It was one of my favorites. I had neighbors that had this actual arcade cabinet in their like room, and it's really cool. It comes with the dynamite, the continuation screen where he's trying to blow the fuse out. Some really cool accessories that come with this, and then it looks like a metal chain as well. But yeah, cool. But I'm safe from this one as well. Next up, Flame Toys. Typically, we see Transformers things from Flame Toys. Not today. We are getting a lot of Mighty Morphin Power Ranger stuff, and this is their stylized version of the Thunder Megazord. And I think, is the Thunder Megazord one of my favorites? It's definitely. I thought it was cool, like a good follow up to the Dino Megazord. Just how the dragon was its own like little action figure, and then the rest of the bits clipped on. And this is fully transforming, combining from Flames Toys. And I don't know if I have the slide as saying what this line's called, but here we can see the Griffin, or wait, the Griffin, the Unicorn, and then the Lion Megazord. And then here's some more shots of it in combined mode. And then the accessories, the Thunder Saber. That thing looks sick. And then here's one last image. The only thing it doesn't do is that sled mode where they all combined, and then in robot mode, the Dragon Megazord is on that sled. And then, but Flame Toys isn't done. So they're getting in the action figure game. Now these are like 5.11, so they are almost 6-inch. So I would say these are 1/12 scale if you consider like import size 1/12. So they are doing all the Rangers. They showed off the red, green, yellow, and pink and black Ranger. They said the Green Ranger is coming soon. And the only thing that looks really bad on these is the hips on the Yellow Ranger. I don't know why it's just the Yellow Rangers look like that. The rest of them look fine. But you can get there's a look of all the accessories that come with them. And then the weapons all can combine to make the Power Blaster. Let's see, moving on to Star Wars. I don't really talk a lot about Star Wars, but maybe with Well Actually, it might be something I'll start, because this is going to be a topic on Well Actually, what happens from this Star Wars fan stream. So stay tuned next week. Next up, Gundam is another thing I don't talk a whole lot about, but when I was on Lucky Cat's page, they teased these. Are we getting chibi style Gundam from Lucky Cat Toys? I don't know. We'll see. Next up, Ramen Toy. Ramen Ace was at MOTUverse this weekend, and he was showing off quite a bit of things. His Not Battle Bones, the Bad to the Bones. He was showing that off, and I remember having this as a kid, and I thought it was kind of a cool thing. And the fact that they're doing this, I think pre-orders are up for this now. I think he's trying to get 1,000 units, and then they'll start putting this in production. Cool concept, but I'm not into MOTU. Sorry, Ace. But like I said, it looks cool. And speaking of more MOTU stuff, well, kind of MOTU, we have Cease Man coming from Ramen Toy. They're not He-Man, and he had that on display at his booth. And man, gonna make me want to buy He-Man. These Chronicle figures, seeing more and more of that stuff, almost makes me want to buy one He-Man. But I think it might be where if I go to the theater and that He-Man movie is really good. I might pick it up. Like, I think I saw another clip this weekend where it shows him in transformation, and it's kind of cool how they're showing that transformation. But and they can do the pose, the I have the power pose. So I don't know, we'll see. And then one last thing from Ramen Toys. So pre-orders for the kit go up on Friday, June 5th. So that's next Friday. So be on the lookout. I think that's the same day. Is that when the Masters of the Universe premieres? So a lot of stuff going on that Friday. See, next up from Mezco Toys, while we're on the whole barbarian thing, Mezco showed off their next installment to the Conan the Barbarian series with the Pit Fighter Edition Conan. And this is coming with some soft goods, a shitload of hands, a pair of like knife hands or whatever, forearm gauntlets, gauntlet daggers, 2 punching daggers, and then he gets like a vest. It's like, it's been a while since I've seen Conan, so I'm assuming, I can't remember if he doesn't have his sword when he's in the pit fighting, but I just feel like even though they're trying to be accurate to that, at least give him his sword. I mean, you're throwing all these accessories in, just throw in the sword, right? But alas. Let's see. Next up, we had a Marvel Legends stream. And what did you guys think? This $20.99 Hulk, did we need that? I don't know. Not me. I am another thing on Mark's safe from what I've been hearing, it doesn't match quite to this Incredible Hulk. I never read $20.99 Hulk. I think the only ones I remember reading was Punisher a little bit and Doom. Other than that, I never really got much into the $20.99 stuff. That was like that weird time where I wasn't reading comics. I think I was hitting a certain age where comic books wasn't as important. But this went up for pre-order last week. And then speaking of some more things that went up for pre-order, this was the Future Foundation, Reed Richards, and Spider-Man 2-pack. Cool accessories, right? It gets the big hands and then the tickle fingers. But yeah, not really. I didn't really care about the Future Foundation. Same thing with this thing, Invisible Woman. Now, of the two packs, I think this is the more interesting one with the Thing and the Invisible Woman and her attachments. Really good head sculpt on her too. Actually, both of them look really good. I like the one that's on the 2 pictures down at the bottom, but the Thing looks really good. But yeah, I don't care. Something I do care about, and I hate that it's a freaking SDCC exclusive. The X-Men 97 Professor X with his big ass hover chair with guns on it. And the effect. I think it's funny, like the effect piece for his head is the same, almost the same as the effect stand. But I'm all in on this. I could give 2 shits about this package it comes in. I like it. I mean, it's fun because it's like it reminds me of the flat screen TVs back in the day with the DVD player on the bottom. But yeah, hopefully this thing's not too difficult to get because I'm in on X-Men 97 and I don't have a Professor X, so this one would be fun. Well, I don't have a Professor X in his hover chair. I do have the Savage Land Professor X. And then last from the Marvel stream, I don't give 2 shits about this. This is the 66, 67 Spider-Man animated series 3-pack with the funky looking faces of Lizard and Electro. I don't care. I think it's kind of bullshit. They do the whole Spider-Man meme and it only comes with 1 Spider-Man. I think they would have been better off doing a 3-pack with 3 Spider-Mans in it to do the meme than add in this Lizard and Electro. But that's me. If it's for you, you get to buy it. But that's a SDCC exclusive as well. Next up, moving on to Playmates, and all these pre-orders went up last week for the Ninja Joe crossover. So you guys remember when this was leaked out, and then a few people were told to take this stuff down. There's people saying it's not real. Well, it's real. Pre-orders are up now. And there's Donatello, Dial Tone, which I think is a weird crossover. The RAF and Rock and Roll. One thing that's cool, if you look at the stand for his minigun, it's his size. It's the stand for it. I find that cool. I wonder if those detach off and he can wield them. See, then we have the wrong way. Then we have Mikey Shipwreck. I guess that's a good crossover. I like how his nunchucks are like the boarding hooks that that Shipwreck came with, and then he does come with Polly. And then we have Leonardo and Snake Eyes. Now, I did see there was an SDCC exclusive with a redeco of Leonardo, and he comes with Timber. But I didn't get a good look at that Timber. I wonder if it's like Splinter, which would be kind of weird, right? But so yeah, Leonardo's crossed over with Snake Eyes, and I think that makes a really good crossover. Now moving on to the Foot Clan, and then we have Slash crossed over with Storm Shadow. Cool. I don't think it's the coolest of the villains. Now moving on to the Dreadnoks, we have Ripper crossing over with Bebop. They kind of what are these? These are like 5 inches tall, 4.75 inches tall. And here's Rocksteady with Buzzer. I think this one crosses over really good, where they kind of give him his machine gun a little bit with the chainsaw at the end. And probably I think this might be the best one. The Destro crossing over with Krang. I think this might I don't know. What do you guys think? Or is this the best one? I don't know. There's something about this Shredder works really well mixing it with Cobra Commander. It's funny how, Shredder had a face mask already, but they just went all the way up to the eyes, to get that Cobra Commander look. That's really cool. That works really well. Let me guys know in the chat what is your favorite crossover from these figures. I think I'm going to go with Krang and Destro. See, next up we have the Awe Striker, and it comes with a Scarlet April O'Neil, and this thing's big enough where it can fit all four turtles and April. And it's 10.5 inches long, so it's a pretty substantial size vehicle. And then here's kind of a close-up of April, Scarlet, and it's called the Awe Shell Striker. And then last but not least from this turtle crossover stuff, here is the Turtle Dragonfly, and this thing looks so cool. Like, I'm curious how much is remolded or just from the Dragonfly, because the tail looks pretty much almost felt like it's one for one. So it's 20 and a half inches long. I wonder how close it is with these being like 4.5 inch figures. I wonder how much they had to upscale it, because it looks a lot like the vintage. Comes with the winch. It's got the button to do the rotor blades. That's why I wonder if it's taken from the vintage mold. Spring-loaded missiles. And then so they're doing 2 of these. There's just a regular retailer one, and then they're doing an exclusive, and it comes with Roadblock Raphael, but it has an exclusive Wild Bill hat. And I'm like, so now you want to get the exclusive, right? And I don't know if this went up on Amazon yet, but I think when I saw it, it was sold out. So that sucks if anybody was late to the game on this. And then see, next up, more G.I. Joe news, but this is from the Hasbro team. They teased a crossover with Tomb Raider from Classified. What do you guys think? Because it's Tomb Raider's 30th anniversary. I mean, I don't care. It almost looks like there's a tease of the card art in the background of this image. So it looks like they're going to put her on a retro card, would be my guess. I mean, I'm kind of all in on Classified, so I'll probably get it. And then last but not least, I don't know why I saved this for last, but so we got leaked images. There was a lot more images of these, but some Yahoo put all these fucking watermarks all over them, and I'm not gonna try to show that shit. I don't get the whole point of throwing watermarks on stuff. If you get it first and they're trying to get credit, people are gonna steal your credit. Just throw them up. Don't put the stupid watermarks on. Looks like it's got fucking cancer all over it. But anyways, I digress. That's just like a pet peeve of mine. If I find stuff before other people, I just throw it up. I don't need credit for it. You're gonna get it. I'm gonna get credit just when people watch, but whatever. Like I said, pet peeve. But anyways, Super 7's not done with Reaction Plus. So here's their next figure wave. Lady J, basic. Zartan, basic. But it has UV color changing skin, so it changes in the sun. Deep 6. What? That's not the Deep 6 I'm familiar with. I think it's based on a version from the comic. And then Ninja Force Cobra Commander. Somebody explain that one to me. Was that in the comics? I find that interesting. And then we have a Ninja Force Snake Eyes. Isn't the Ninja Force Snake Eyes we're used to? And one thing I think is really cool with these, they're paying homage to the Ninja Force stuff by leaving the weapons on the sprues. Because if you guys remember, the vintage Ninja Force, all their weapons were still in the sprues in the package. Like they pulled that like Ninja Turtles. All the early Ninja Turtles were like that. So that is kind of cool. Thank God I don't collect Super 7. But yeah, that is all the news and review this week. I mean, quite a bit of stuff. Like I said, we are spoiled as collectors, and just like for me, is like that creates content on toy news like this. There's always something to talk about. It makes these shows easy and difficult to do because there's a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of slides to produce, right? But everybody in the chat, on the comments, tell me what your favorite reveal this week was. I think mine, I don't know. There's nothing that's like instant buy for me. The only like the two things probably that I want is the Magic Square or the Bingo Toys. I need to start building the Computron. I think I'm gonna wait for Fans Toys. But if Magic Square says, hey, we're doing our Computron and Masterpiece scale next, then maybe. But that is definitely, Computron is something I need in my collection. But I'm doing Masterpiece scale. So, but yeah, like I said, tell me what your favorite news story was this week, or what of these that you're definitely going to be buying. And that's all I got. So if you could, just check me out on all the socials. I'm at Talib1980_collects everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook, where I post news reports. A lot of the stuff you might see throughout the week that I'm posting. And then it all gets compiled. And Tuesdays at 1 a.m. we do the news and review. But before that, head on over to Figure Fight Club Monday nights, 10:15 p.m. for Decepticast, where me and Anna talk Transformers news, topics, and we're reading the Energon comics. So come read those along with us. I think we're on like Destro number 3 and Void Rivals 12. So we're reading all the Energon stuff, not just the Transformers stuff, even though it's a Transformers show. And then Tuesdays, I'll be on Open Mic Night. That starts at 8 p.m. on the Figure Fight Club Network. Wednesday nights, come check me out on Midweek Mayhem on the 3POA podcast. That starts at 9 p.m. I typically don't get on till around 10 because it's usually when I get home from work. But come hang out and watch the Midweek Mayhem mid-show Transformers report. Then Thursday, well, actually, no, that's the name of the show. That'll be episode. What will be on episode number 3? So some of these interesting stories you might see the guys tearing apart from this week's news and review. So check that out at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Friday, back to Figure Fight Club Network for Plastic Journey. This week, the boys, pretty much everybody will be at IshCon. I will be the captain. So I think we're doing it open mic style. So come check that out. Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Then lastly on my channel is Saturday night, Men on Films, where check out the community post that I posted. It does have a poll for this week's topics. What are this week's topics? Hold on, let me see what we're voting on. So this week's topics that we're voting on is guilty pleasures, movies with the best death kill scenes, worst adaptations, male lead survivor. So head on to either my Instagram, check out the reel that I posted today, or the YouTube community post and vote. Your guys' votes count towards everybody else's votes. So and then also, leave a comment on topic ideas, and I'll add it to the list. Then I got 2 reviews every week. Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Transformers related, Transformers Tuesday, and then Fridays Action Figure Friday. Those both drop at 1 p.m. So a lot of content. So I might just start calling this a Talib 1980 Collects Network. Who knows? We'll see. But that's all I got. I'll see you on the next one. Take care and peace.
Talib 1980 Collects, yeah, that's the name. Shelf to the screen, still playing the game. YouTube there, better culture clip. If you love collectibles, that's where you step. Instagram scrolls, TikTok clips, sex for the talk, Facebook hits, Twitch going live. Yeah, we building a base, community strong, worldwide space. If you rock with the vibe, don't hesitate. Subscribe to the channel, yeah, elevate. Follow, like, share, let the algorithm spin. Tap the bell, stay live. Let the journey begin. This ain't just toys, it's a culture we see. From plastic to pixels, yeah, we give you the feed. If it dropped, if it leaked, if it wasn't online, we talk it, we break it every single time.